Ladies and gentlemen, this is you, me, and BTC. Welcome to the show today. I wish I knew what episode number this was. Oh, high 200s, I think.
Oh, wait. I'm on it.
All right, Tim's on it.
5 minutes.
Tim is on a mission.
That's my introduction, by the way, as well, is that this is Timothy Baker. This is episode...
I'm going to make a guess here. 287.
It's 289. Did you do something last week? That's what... Yeah, nope. I meant to ask you.
Yeah, we took a few weeks off. Which, stuff happens. I don't know. We've promised you quite a few times that we're going to get back into it, and then we still take a few weeks off. But that's okay. That's how we do. That's what we are. Deal with it. That's my way of saying deal with it.
Yeah, we don't need you guys to like us.
Hey, Tim, you like us. You want to point your camera down just a touch? I'm only seeing you from like the mouth up. There we go. Perfect. Check out those tats. Check out those tats.
A computer chair.
I'm also going to shove these buttons off of your chest because that's just weird. How's it going, Tim? What you been up to?
What are we talking about buttons?
It's on the recording. The Google Hangouts buttons are on you, and that always bugs me, so I'm getting rid of them.
I'm good. I felt weird all today, like not depressed. Like, it's not with those. I don't think I've ever had a part in my life where I was just like, I feel nothing.
I wasn't happy.
I wasn't. No, not like that. Although I would like that too. I have felt that before, but I have not felt like the way that, because it's weird, because there's the people that just say that there's depression and they just mean that they're like sad because nobody texted them last night. Then there's people,
that is pretty sad.
Well, there's them. Then there's the people that are like actually probably clinically depressed, whether or not that's because they have been on antidepressants for the past 7 years or not. And then there's the people who are like, I'm not sad. I'm not happy. Nothing. It wasn't that I felt things. It was that I didn't feel anything. Like, all right, well, yeah. Well, that's always seems like that's what's in songs. Like anytime they talk, like anytime there's because people are like, well, you don't understand what real depression is. But anyway, I've never felt that. At least I don't think.
I forget if I had this conversation with you before. Are you the one? Are you? Have we? Gosh darn it! Have we said this whole thing about liking dreary days before? Do you get off on like cloudy days?
I don't know. I get off on cloudy. That's just t-shirt. Just walking around.
Was that
what
you?
Do you want? I think we probably have mentioned it because I normally do.
Because I know that came up just like a week ago with Ryan. I was on his show. I think it's released by now. Yeah, the show's out. And he said the exact same thing. He's like, oh, yeah, dreary days. I love those, man. So I don't know. Maybe Maybe that's a tell on this whole podcast network and our friend group. Maybe we're all just a bunch of...
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. This is one of the things, a lot of things that I end up just getting like on the days like today where like the whole day I've just been like, you're such a stupid.
Is it snowing there yet?
No, because it just got cold. It just got cold in Pittsburgh. It's October. It's getting down to in the 30s at night.
Whew.
And then it's like 45 all day.
It's like still 92, 94 over here.
Yeah, it's just cloudy everywhere. And there's no sun until like 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. Then it kind of like peeks through for a couple seconds and then goes back. But I I would normally be one where I'd be like, yeah, no, I like rainy days. And there is a difference. I don't particularly like just cloudy and cold. I like just rainy during in the spring.
Yeah.
I like when it's been sunny all the time and everyone's just been losing their goddamn minds about how it's so nice to go outside. Like I missed it from winter. I'm like, well, you're going to go out like 3 times this summer and you're going to post every single one of them on social media. But I like it to rain then just to all of a sudden because then it cools down because I'm used to it being 30 and then it goes up to like 50 and it's rainy and it's nice. Today was just cloudy and whatever. But today I don't like I was saying. I didn't feel bad. I wasn't that I didn't feel any. It was like I just have days depending on what I'm doing.
Tim has
Where
days.
yeah,
It's
no.
that time of the month for Tim.
Why do you? Well, yes, no, exactly. I do go through my period about 5 times a month. Daniel has movie trailer voice right there, but
Like the narrator of of like a sitcom trailer.
Think of like the trailer
Tim.
for a movie with Steve Carell in it, where he's just
Tim's
like
white and he has days.
Tim's
Sometimes-
white and he has clinical seasonal depression. That just means he gets sad whenever it's wintertime because then he has to go see his more successful family and he has to go to family member greetings.
So-
and then they don't try to take me off of this.
Okay,
And,
you finish your thought. I need to, speaking of 95 degrees, I need to get this fan turned on. So you finish that thought.
No, I've had like the whole day has just been me and now it feels weird because I know Daniel's just fumbling around in his room doing things because for some reason he can't just blast the AC. Anyway, where I'm not like down on myself, but I'm just like, why do you do this? Like,
Why do you do what? What's your least favorite thing that you do day to day?
Constantly kind of tell myself I'm better than other people for liking things like dreary days or depressing music or real music, as people would call it.
Is there any
sometimes.
new music you've been listening to? It's been a while since I've really like honed in on any new music. I'm still like, I could still go back to John's whole thumb drive of albums and albums and albums that he gave me in high school and listen to that forever.
I need to do that, but I put too many podcasts on my phone that I run out of stuff. I'm also just listening to like an internet radio thing with a bunch of like ambient, whether that's kind of like a droning thing or it's a little more upbeat. I just kind of I'll put that on if I'm listening to a podcast. I have a few albums on my phone, but nothing really new. I'm not saying like why do we go on, but like little ticks I have, I'm just like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Stop doing that. Like, and it's not because most of the time other people around me have even weirder ticks and they're doing weirder shit. But sometimes I turn the kind of like anger at everybody around me just back onto myself. Where I'm just like so lazy.
All right, let me see if I get this right. So you not like truly and like seriously overall, but at times during the day, you think that you're better than other people. And then later on during the day, you start to get down on yourself for thinking that you're better than other people.
No.
Okay.
I go several weeks constantly telling myself how much better I am than everybody else. And then I have a day where I go, you're an asshole. And then I get over it. And I'm back to doing that again.
Okay.
Because, that's mostly. That's a much better way to explain it. That was quick.
I've got a question of the day coming up here. Real quick, before we do that, I just want to give a super quick thank you to our sponsor this week, and that is eToro. We're going to show off our portfolios later on, so I don't need to get into all the details right now, but I just wanted to say thanks. You can find them at meandbtc.com/trade. And yes, unfortunately, Tim and I are both in the red, but I don't know which one of us is more in the red. We'll find out in a little bit. So here it is, Tim. Question of the day. Of the week, I guess. If it's a weekly podcast, the question has to last all week. Do you think the internet is a net positive or a net negative on society?
Well, actually, in the gym today, I saw a part of the news that was about how there was a person in a council meeting saying mostly what you're doing, but also asking the question like how they like to do, where they go, the internet is a great, amazing thing that's brought most of us together. That's made the world a lot smaller, but unfortunately, it's also created a very wide and easy open area for cyber criminals. And then they do they're flashing, and I can't hear it. They just have subtitles on. And it's just them going in between showing like not Matrix board, but like just numbers and letters because they can't get the trademark for the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then it goes to some old lady like looking confused at her computer, and then it just goes to people tapping on their keyboards. Just there's like a half drunk Starbucks coffee next to it because they're just videotaping headless people.
I can actually imagine exactly what you're saying on like a 9:00 local news segment, like all the B-roll.
What is going on? Yeah, this is the hackers. They're coming at you like this. And then, so I just laughed about that. But I think it's a net negative.
Okay. So why do you use it then? If it's a net negative, doesn't that mean you should give it up?
That's a very good point. I'm going to ignore that like everybody else does. No. I don't think it's a net negative to use it. I think it's a net negative for any of it to ever happen, to have happened. It's because I don't think it's just a necessarily I waste time on it. Me personally, I don't use it for the best things. Me personally, I mean, just
so what you're saying is when it comes to the internet, you're better than everyone else.
Yes,
for them exactly. It's a negative. For you, it's a positive.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Daniel's helping me pull myself out of my little that dumb little time where I didn't think I was smarter than everybody else, and I didn't just have the sickest tats. No, I think that just like the reason why I think it's a net negative is just what it's done to everybody as far as it existing. Because I could quit using it now and it's still going to have all the same effects on me. Because I mean, I'm pretty insulated from social, like even from Twitter. Like I don't have it on my phone. I have it on my computer. I look at it once a day. So I mean, I might scroll through for a while, but I don't stare at it. I took Instagram off my phone. I took pretty much anything off of there that I could just sit and just look at, and which I think is good.
Agreed for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say that it's like, oh, you have to do this. I just know I waste time. I could read instead of looking at that.
Well, what's the difference?
If I have to.
Just hang on, I gotta explain this one a little bit because that does. As much as I agree that the internet has a crap ton of negatives, I still hesitate to really bash it that much because it's like no different than TV was or no different than books. People are always like, get off TV and go read a book. And it's like, well, what's the difference?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think there is something of a difference. It very much depends on what you're reading. I would much rather someone just watch television than read a Walmart book. Like any thriller you're picking up. I've talked about that on my podcast, but it's just every book now is just a thriller. There's no genres. It's all just what's going to happen next. They're going to steal the Declaration. It's just like a National Treasure movie, just whatever. Because I don't think the internet's any worse than I would probably go further back as far as like what we did wrong, or I don't even think it's a wrong thing. It's just this is this is so just douchey to say, but like I don't like the way we live, kind of, as far as just what we do. I talked to Jon Stewart this past week. He used to do the podcast with me, and I didn't agree with him, but he reminded me that, and this is why I like, as much as I want to just shut myself off from everybody, I just want to, it's literally, I just don't want to talk to people. I don't want to listen to their stuff, but whatever it is, John and Daniel still do kind of think like me. And maybe it's just because we are willing to talk to each other about stuff that like most people aren't going to bring up. And because
we've spent like 25 years together now, that's probably a factor.
Yeah. That might be, but then it seems like other people, they like reveal really personal stuff too quickly, and then it's not that interesting. Like their grand idea about life is to elect Bernie Sanders. Like that's what they think is going to be, or Trump, or like they're like, hey, like they'll like whisper to you about something that is just so pointless, just out of any. But I mean, not that this isn't pointless. It's still just brain, just kind of whacking off. Just what if we did this? But John was mentioning, he's just like, if we could all just stop doing it, and we've mentioned this before. It's like we could all just stop paying taxes. Like he was like, we could all just stop. We could all just farm. I know Daniel isn't going to like this, and I don't particularly like this idea either. If you're going to go back that far, get rid of farming too. We just go back to being nomads. Like don't stop at farming. Farming wasn't that great either. But there's something weird that we all just kind of do something that we all are kind of like, yeah, this is weird. We're not really sure what we're doing. We're just going to kind of keep on going to work and seeing what happens as far as the economy, as far as everybody not really it's not that everybody don't really get along, but kind of just whatever media you're listening to, their obsession with just like everybody's trying to kill each other. There's going to be a civil war next. There's not going to be. You guys are so lazy. There's not going to be a civil war because there would not be DoorDash for it. No one would come and give you your stupid spaghetti, and nobody cooks their food. How like these people die as soon as they sleep outside one time. Out of my head, I need some ibuprofen. Ow, where's my Adderall? I can't wake up. What happened?
So you're saying with the internet and
society. We live in a society.
Yeah, you're saying what? So the internet is a net negative, but
yeah, but I think everything is. I think
all right.
Skyscrapers are.
Nice and optimistic over there.
Well, no, it's
I
not
think
that
everything is a net negative.
Well, that's the thing, though. That is the thing, though, because it seems like everybody's always like, "This is so great," or they're not like that. They talk about how awful things are, how fucked up politicians are, how terrible it is that we go and just blow people. And they're always, "Oh, it's for oil. It's definitely for oil. That's why we're attacking other countries. It's definitely for oil. It's not just to sell weapons. It's definitely not that. It's oil," because they kind of like, yeah, we are kind of getting oil. So now everyone's like, oh, that's the conspiracy. That's what I was like. Ron Paul has literally been saying all of this stuff since the 90s. And everyone's like, oh, I guess Facebook did take our identity. How dare they? You guys did. All right. Anyway. But so that they'll bitch about it. They'll say, all this is terrible. And then if you don't go to a stupid little booth and press a button, they're like, you're ruining everything. I'm like, yeah, you guys just said it was already ruined. You guys are saying,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense and that it's miserable, and then you're, which fine, but then you're yelling at somebody. You're like, libertarians don't know anything. You guys are just dumb. And it's like, all right, but we might all be happier if we were just having musket battles and cannon, or just have cannon.
Or recreational nukes.
Yes, plenty of people would have a much more satisfying life dying in a McNuke explosion than working at McDonald's at 70. It's just those are two different ends, and I feel like most of those people just have that split moment right before it happened, goes, wow, and then it's gone. Like you don't even have a wow, oh, I wish I had time. It's just you're gone, but you have that one moment of, this man had $5 million to waste. He had 2 Bitcoins because Bitcoin is going to shoot up to the moon. And he bought a suitcase nuke off of a Soviet era block, just warehouse. It's been leaking for the past 6 years. Wow. My life was interesting.
All right. I'm still trying to circle this back here, though. Like what? I'm with you on a ton of that stuff.
I don't think the internet's the problem. I think it's, yeah, did I already say that? I'm sorry.
Sort of.
What were you trying to say?
No, I was just trying to get back there to figure out this question. So you're saying it's not the problem. So it's, wait, what do you mean? So it's not a net negative? Or I guess, is it like a symptom you're saying?
Yeah, I'd say it's just a symptom.
Okay.
But yeah, I get what you mean. I don't. My analogy isn't really making sense because I didn't really think the whole thing through about if everything's a net negative, then maybe the internet is a positive for that negative. This is why you don't ask me questions of the week or the day, whatever you said.
Yeah, we did not plan any of this. It just came to me as we started the show, so I asked Tim about it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. The stuff about removing that stuff from my phone, and like the reason why I would rather read is because I will pick specific books. I'll pick certain books. I think it helps me because people use the excuse with Instagram, like, oh, it motivates me. I follow Jim, and I mean, I did that stuff. Or you follow, like, oh, I'm going to follow Oasis pictures or vistas, and I'm going to be inspired by this, or writing prompts on Twitter, and then I'm like, this doesn't do anything for me. I don't respond well to seeing pictures of people at the gym. I'm just like, oh, they just broke their spine. Like, there's what happens if I get injured? What happens if what blah, blah. So I think it's a net positive. Just as, see, now I'm switching around. It's a net positive as far as maybe it makes it easier. Like right now, it makes me just easier for me to communicate with Daniel with his high school senior picture looking at me. It makes it easier for me to get Bitcoin. It makes it easier for me to do whatever. But do I really need to be talking to Daniel with his senior project picture? Not senior project. Are you still there? I'm hearing a lot of on that end.
Oh, I forgot you couldn't see my camera. Yeah, my camera's on. I guess it's like this every week. My camera goes to the stream, which means it can't really go to the Hangout. Yeah, I forgot you couldn't see me. I was distracted there for a minute. But, okay, so I'm with you on a whole bunch of that stuff. And I agree. A lot of cases where internet is worth giving up. A lot of them. A lot of them. But in the same way, there's a lot of cases where certain TV shows are worth giving up, or certain books are worth giving up. They're net negatives just because they don't improve your state of mind. They don't improve your knowledge.
They're worthless. And even if they do that, if it's in a way that is not useful to you, it doesn't matter. Right. I don't care if what was the book where the kids in the boarding school practiced for the Olympics, and then he dies at the end from like blood clot.
Sacred Peace?
Separate Peace.
Yes. Peace.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't read that book. If you do, yeah.
Here's a tough one though. I think it's extremely possible and extremely healthy for certain media, whether it's a book or an internet site or a TV show. I think it's extremely possible and totally healthy for something to exist solely for entertainment. That's what Tolkien said about fantasy. He's like, some people get mad because it's like escapism, but everyone knows the world is messed up. So of course you want to escape some to a healthy extent. You know, he's like, yeah, of course you want to escape. The world is messed up, and so you should escape some. So what then, like, say your example of like this totally zero effort put into writing this Walmart book. Like, what if someone genuinely is entertained by it? Is it still a negative, or is it a positive for them? Are we just saying?
Yes, because that person would not have survived in any other world but this one. That person would have died at the first introduction of any kind of actual problem solving. No, because it's not about the effort, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get away from. In these days where I start to pick at myself, I do sometimes improve a little bit, but I've been trying to do this for years at this point, where I'm not so. I don't. You were talking about getting off on rainy days or depressing days, but I really like the whole. I only like things that take artistic effort, and there's a lot of things that I do kind of let myself enjoy where it's just entertainment. Most of the movies that I like, not most of them, because again, I still do kind of like pick little ones where this is a cinema. But
did you watch the Matrix trilogy?
Yeah,
all of them.
Like I like all the Matrix. I don't really get. I get why most people hate it because it's just one of those things that people hate. And so that kind of just like you probably hear about what
I love the first one, but the second one I haven't seen the third one yet. I recently picked them up at the public library, and
you're on a list.
And so I saw the first one years ago. I watched it again recently, and I watched the second one. The second one has just so much fighting, and it's not even realistic fighting. It's just like literally for like 10 minutes straight, just these clones keep coming after them, and they're like karate chopping each other. Like literally for 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah. Kung Fu movies, I have to like particularly be involved. The second one, it's definitely the worst out of the three. The third one has its moments too, where you're just like, why? But I also haven't seen them for a while. I just probably went into it also just wanting to be different than the people who hate all of them. But the third one's better just because there's the action in most of it is a little bit more grounded.
Okay.
Because what happens? There's something that happens at the beginning of the third one, and so it kind of. Yeah, so I do just like that. It's just a better setting for most of it.
Okay.
I was just always weirded out. Is the second one where Neo and Trinity are just like fucking on a rock while everyone is in a cave? Yeah, I was always so weirded out. I was like, what? Why? Neither one of these people are attractive. Why are you doing this?
You're right.
So, let's have the ugliest actors and actresses simulate sexual intercourse while people just chant in the cave.
The reason I brought that up is because it's, for as weird as some of that is, it is like an extremely, extremely thoughtful series. Like
there's themes and all everything.
Yeah. So that it's. If people just want like straight up action, it doesn't even have to be realistic. Just beat each other up for 20 minutes. It's got that, but it's also got the philosophy. So I guess the question would be like, is that how it should work? Like if say like Tolkien saying like, oh yeah, of course you want to escape. Of course you want to be entertained and distracted. Is it only okay if it also has, other merit, whether it's thoughtfulness or thought-provokingness or philosophy? Like, is that how you delineate between the type of entertainment that is just bullcrap and the type of entertainment that really has value?
No, and I mean, again, this is me.
And when I say entertainment, I mean like distraction, like escapism, and which would go for the Walmart book and for Tolkien and for the Matrix and for Candy Crush. Like,
yeah, definitely. Because there's so much of a difference between the things. Just like Candy Crush is, I think it is legitimately just like probably bad for your dopamine. Just in anything that did porn, like excessive video games, anything where you're like shooting off your dopamine for something that's not just unproductive, but like counterproductive. Probably not good. I don't think there's that much of a problem with Like there's like those authors that you just always see in people's houses. I always forget, but like Peter Graham or Grisham.
Oh yeah,
like they
yeah.
either write like political or Tom Clancy.
Yeah, they're huge books, and they probably put out like 40 of them in their life so far.
They just they crank them out. Well, or like Tom Clancy or Stephen King, where it's just he cranks out everything because
everyone's just gonna read it.
Yeah. Probably Stephen King is a good example as far like there's like themes, but it's just the barest kind of hint at them. Right? It's not the barest. Things are made of them, and I think themes come up more just because people study it. Like a lot of the books that we read in school aren't the best books of that era. At least I don't think. I hope not. I hope Hard Times is not what people were just loving back during that. Like, oh, I work in a factory. What do you want to read about? Other poor people. Let's do that. Like, oh, okay. I guess they weren't really reading. It was for like the middle class to be like, oh, those poor people with their losing limbs and machinery.
You didn't love the Glass Menagerie, Tim? I don't even know. I don't even remember.
That was like vaguely.
It was a play.
Yeah, I hated reading plays. I hate I mean I don't mind. I probably wouldn't. No, I definitely wouldn't now. That is the one thing or not the one thing, but one of the other things Audible is good for is doing plays like that. I don't need to see actors. I can just listen. But yeah, the Glass Menagerie, there's just Emily Dickinson just as a whole. There's nothing good there. I hated her. I hated everything is about, and then I'm empty like a dry leaf. Like, what? And then our teacher is just like, well, you see, she said she's empty like a dry leaf, which also could be interpreted as a husk, which also could be as interpreted. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is good. I would say the same thing for like
you just don't understand it, Tim.
That might be. No, but I mean there's other things like that too. There's religious texts of all kinds that in all I was about to say orientations, but that's definitely not how you're supposed to put it.
Religious orientations.
Yeah, what is your religious orientation? But I mean and the more you read something, the more meaning you put into it, like the more like you can read a Walmart book and say you're going through something bad right then. Then you read this one passage, and
I love how we're just calling them Walmart books.
No, I thought you were going to say something about me saying, they're going to start a religion on a Walmart book.
Oh boy!
But I mean, it could be like that. Like,
didn't they already do that with Scientology? Like, if you take.
Huh?
Didn't they already do that with Scientology?
Yeah, don't say that. Don't shh. I'll shit talk the IRS. I will not go out. No, fuck Scientology too. They get away with taxes, I think.
Without taxes, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. Besides it being like you have a spiritual revelation by reading a Tom Clancy novel about a submarine. It could like maybe your son's in the military and you read that and then like you read this one passage where the guy's talking about why it's so miserable to be in the engine room of a submarine, and then you're like, oh wait, and then the character makes some allusion to a farm he used to be on and a tractor was going in the same room and the diesel smell will remind, and he associates them and they're like, wow, that's like, and then it gets brought up later. And all this stuff just comes down to whether or not you like it. I would probably prefer that people read the Walmart book if they actually are like enjoying it.
That's what I was trying to say though. Is like, I said about entertainment or distraction. Like people genuinely are entertained and distracted by this stuff. So is it really bad if I support a certain level of escapism? Why do I care how people escape?
Well, that is true, but then you can also go all the way as far as escapism. You can go all the way into just like alcohol, heroin.
True.
Any like you can just go. Well, is like okay, like what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna. I would prefer not to put a gun to your head and stop you from doing. I would also prefer you not to do it, but I'm not going to do whatever. And I get that's kind of an unfair way to stop your argument. That's what I used to do with my parents or my dad talking about politics, and I just went, well, what are we going to put a gun to somebody's head? Blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, I would, and this is going back to me not having any kind of sound foundation when I argue, so I can just jump around. So again, the books are a net bad because remember everything is a net bad, but in the net bad, entertainment and escapism,
it's not as bad as some things.
Yeah, they're net positive and a net bad, which cancels everything out. It goes back to zero, which is the perfect way and the way we've always answered everything on this show.
Wasn't there a song like My Hero Zero? What was the?
Yes.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
School of Rock.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock.
School Rock. It was because he let you count higher than your fingers and toes, or something, or on your fingers and toes. I don't like that a portion of my memory is dedicated to like the theme of a jingle from Schoolhouse Rock and not really anything else beside. Like I'm still keeping on to I'm just a bill.
3 is a magic number.
Yeah. The only one I liked was the Shot Heard Around the World. And I need to look at that again because I kind of like the song. The beat was a little bit better. 3 is a magic number is terrible.
Conjunction
junction. What's your function? Was obnoxious.
Hooking up words
Mavis
and phrases in closets.
Shut up, Dan. You probably liked Mavis. No, not Mavis Beacon keyboard. What was the grammar?
Shirley. Shirley Grammar.
Okay. That was. Yeah, that was like Common Core before they did that and just decided to fuck everybody's heads up. But I would.
Who ran? Dog ran. Subject noun.
So many just hours of just watching some bored lady on a marker board not be able to erase things completely,
or the jingles too.
Oh, I forgot that those had jingles, Daniel.
This little noun floating around.
How do you remember this? Wait, how did that go? Do you remember?
Names the, I don't know, person, place, or thing.
That was good.
Isn't language fun and cruel? We thought we were hilarious because we changed out cool and said it was cruel.
We thought it was hilarious because the teachers would get pissed and be like, "They take this seriously.
It's not cruel."
Oh boy! Yeah.
I think I don't know how many people out there listening to us were all about that. Schoolhouse Rock and Shirley Grammar. We might have just cut our listener base by about 99%.
Because our school was working with like 3-decade-old technology. They still had to send some chemicals to us that never got there for some of the experiments. Do you remember doing lab reports and you're just like, well, why didn't this work? I didn't have 6 of the different reactors, regions, whatever that I needed.
I remember this one teacher that would make us it was like a 6-page lab, and we would have to rewrite every single instruction word for word as part of the lab report. It's like, this has nothing to do with science. I'm literally just rewriting 12 pages.
Yeah, it was busy work, Daniel.
Yeah.
It was a lot of busy work because the person who taught it before was barely in the class.
What a joke. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, that is also when I look back on things like that, I'm like, I definitely shouldn't be judging other people on their tastes and things. I normally prefer that if someone's going to talk to me about it, do whatever, watch whatever movies you want. But if you're going to talk to me about it, I don't really want to hear. I don't want to hear about anything unless I'm interested in it. I guess that's what I'm saying. People should just be able to figure that out.
Tim, don't even talk to me unless you know my mind and you know it's going to be interested.
Did you watch the movie that I watched last week? No.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. What movie did you watch last week?
I didn't watch a movie. No, wait, I did. What was it? I don't remember. I forget what it was.
I watched Hocus Pocus the other night.
What's Hocus Pocus?
It's like a Disney Halloween movie from the 90s.
Oh, wait, with the three witches?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's, it's not philosophy, but it was entertaining.
I'm looking down on you.
I escaped for an hour and 36 minutes.
Oh, no, I was thinking about Halloween Town. That's even worse.
What's that? I feel like I have seen that. What is it?
Halloween Town is with the three witches, and the family goes to see them, and then at the end, the brothers of Warlock. Why do I remember this too? I watched one. Maybe it was like 2 weeks ago. I watched Trick or Treat, which is based off I guess a graphic novel or something. I saw it years ago on FearNet
by Tom Clancy.
What? By Tom Clancy. There's a pumpkin-headed child, and then I already used a Soviet nuclear suitcase. I was about to go on that, and I'm like, you suck at any kind of improv.
If you know me, you know YMB. Our answers to everything is meh, I don't know.
Do whatever you want.
So, but if I was forced at gunpoint, as Tim and his father would like to do to everyone,
we are a force to be reckoned with.
If I was forced at gunpoint to come up with an answer to our question of the day, I think after our discussion, I would basically say it's neither. It's like we say this about Bitcoin too. Like, it's just a tool. Yeah, people are going to do bad stuff with it, and people are going to do good stuff with it. Doesn't really matter. It's not Bitcoin's fault. And internet, same thing. Yeah, of course people do terrible things with the internet. But if there was no internet, they would still be doing terrible things. No?
No, I'm going to do what most people do and decide that everything's too difficult and just go with what the news told me and remind you that, Daniel, there are cyber criminals out there, and they're coming to get all of us.
They're
from Russia. They're from China. They're from Taiwan.
The
Russians.
Russians. Man, I don't...
The British are coming, Daniel. South Park.
Yeah.
The people in Greenland are going to fuck us up.
People go on and on these days about the Russians. Like, I don't know a single Russian.
I don't know, Daniel. You look pretty Russian. I'm looking at your picture right now.
There is not a single Russian that has any beef with me. Just shut up about the... yeah, sure. Maybe there's some terrible Russians, but they don't care about me, and I don't care about them. Everything's fine.
Daniel, you're spreading Trump propaganda right now is what you're doing. You're just screaming fake. Did you see? Do you see Trump tweets?
No, I don't see Trump tweets.
I don't follow him. It just shows up constantly because I follow Anonymous, and they post stuff. And there's what the fuck is the matter with you? But no, today he posted CNN has their little way to introduce the news. They come on, they're like, CNN, the most balanced.
Yeah.
Trump. It's not Trump. It's whoever runs his account. They posted that in a video and then put a laugh track behind it. And that's just the president tweeting this, and I'm just like, this is amazing. I like this. I like that this is happening.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I'll give him kudos for trolling for sure.
Yeah, sure. just not even that it's him doing it, but just that now I get to deal with this for the next 20 years of just presidents going on Twitter and being like, "You guys suck."
Yeah, see, net positive, Tim. That would not be possible without the internet.
That's true. Yes, I mean, I want to see Genghis Khan warlords, but getting to see president and politicians just troll each other. That's a second. That's definitely a close second.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of the internet, time to dive into our internet trading platform, Tim.
Yeah, Also, we didn't have the internet. We wouldn't be making just asses of ourselves with this portfolio right now.
What do you mean, man? I'm getting filthy rich over here.
Oh, I made $500 since we started, I think. It's still not doing good.
Wait.
What?
You did not. Not total. Maybe on like one trade.
No, I mean, the profit. Yeah, the profit just went up a little.
Okay. Let me pull up this here.
Stellar's doing pretty good, actually. Compared to, I mean, I'm still down somehow, I think, because I've bought so much of it.
So, what'd you say about Stellar? It's green for you?
Yeah, Stellar's green.
Okay, crank up. Wait, seriously, crank up your screen share.
But it's
crank up your. I don't believe you. Crank up your screen share.
That wait, what's XRP again? That's
Ripple.
Yeah, Ripple's up for me here.
Ripples have ridges, or that's ruffles.
Shut up!
Sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't invite people. No, not. All right.
You got this.
Yes, mine.
So, 89.8. I think, you are cleaning me up. Holy cow. I'm at 86.1.
All right, nice.
Balls. Dang, yeah, holy cow. I think I dumped my Ripple when it was like barely green. Actually, I might be able to pull up the trade here. Let me go into my history here. XRP. Is this everything? Are there pages here? XLM. Oh, there it is. XRP. Yeah, I had one XRP trade that So what's XRP currently at?
They're just below 30 cents.
Okay, so I dumped my XRP at 27 cents for $18 profit.
You fucked up.
Every single trade, I don't know if this is a good strategy. I have never closed a trade in the red. Every single trade I've closed has been green. But that doesn't really matter because I still have a crap ton of even redder stuff.
I just haven't closed many of my trades.
Guys, this is eToro. They are a crypto trading platform. They've got 15 cryptos. We've been saying 14 for a while, but they added one. I don't even know which one. I just counted 15. Some of my favorites, this is not investment advice by any stretch of the imagination. We're just showing you what this is, how it works, what you can do with it. Some of my favorite coins are in here. That would be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, all some of my favorites. They've also got, like we've been saying, Ripple, Neo, Tezos, Stellar, all kinds of stuff in here. You can find them at btc.com/trade. We'd love it if you go through that link so that they know you found them through us. We'd appreciate your support in that way. Guys, if they call it a social trading platform, which I think is pretty sweet. You can have a news feed. You can see comments and articles and comments on comments for different coins, charts. Oh, their charts, if you want to, their charts can be just off the frickin' wazoo. Let me pull up a chart here, see what we got. Oh, Bitcoin, sure. I like Bitcoin. I am down. I guess I should buy more. What's the last? So I last bought Bitcoin, a lot of it, at 79.86, and we're sitting at current price. Oh, current right here, 8,000. Okay, so it really hasn't changed since I dumped $10,000 into Bitcoin. But yeah, let me pull up a chart here of Bitcoin just so we can see how crazy these charts can get if you want. Oh, you know what, Tim? I'll tell you what. I'll toss you a screen share just so you can see what I'm doing here. Share screen. Application window. Come on, PC. You can do it. Big money. Big money. You got this. I'm kind of freezing up a bit. You still got me?
Dell voice now? Oh, he cut out.
There we go.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I think we're sharing the correct screen. Oh, snap. Yeah, my computer's working hard here with this recording.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so here's
really
what you could do with a chart. All kinds of stuff. If you want to. It's super simple if you want to be simple. You can buy coin, watch it, and sell coin. You can sell coin, wait, and buy coin. Super simple. But hey, if you want a chart, check this out. So here's Bitcoin. We're looking at hey, I was curious the other day. So Bitcoin opened the year under 4,000. So we are still... That's crazy. Like it doesn't. It feels like we're down
7,000, and then everybody's going to die.
Yeah, it feels like we're way down. But guys, we're doubled on the year.
Shut up, Daniel. This is more propaganda.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, you can come up here. It's got some fancy drawing tools. You can change the candles. Ooh, studies too. Median. Period. 14 days. Create. Oh, that would be probably this down here. So this is a median price chart right next to the regular price chart. Super cool. I've never even seen that, but it's a thing. I could draw a channel. So I could draw a channel from here to here and open it up about like so. Ooh, check out this channel. We've broken out of this channel. I could draw, I bet there's like freestyle in here too somewhere. Line, is there freestyle? Doodle, that's what I'm talking about. So let's say I zoom in a little bit here. Super recent chart. Let me shrink the candles so that we see a lot more candles. Oh, how about 1 hour candles? What do we got here? And then I'll zoom back out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now I want to do some freestyle. Where was I there? Doodle. Okay, so you see here we have the classic giraffe pattern.
Classic giraffe.
Down here you have one leg. Down here you have the other leg.
Why this accent is traveling around Europe as it goes?
Let's see here. And there at other giraffe leg. You draw one more doodle and it becomes quite clear you have a giraffe. Do you see the giraffe, Tim?
Yeah, kind of.
So there you go, guys.
Yes. So what do you do? If I know you can't give actual investment never mind.
Well, clearly,
so what does the giraffe tell you?
After the giraffe pattern, you clearly see. Let us do another doodle here. Ooh, ellipse.
It goes.
After the giraffe have big tongue. You see, giraffe tongue. Ooh, giraffe head. Plop, plop, plop. Giraffe take nap.
Obviously,
giraffe
the giraffe
take long, deep nap.
Yeah. The giraffe, he loses his head, he dies, and then that's whenever you know when to.
You know the old ancient saying: giraffe sleep 7 days, wake up, big time, wake up, very big time.
It just goes. So after just a little bit later, it's going to go to $5 million. All of a sudden, but that's only for Stellar. I'm going. All this is for Stellar.
There you go, guys. That's eToro. Let's give him the old reload. I've been crashing my computer a bit over here. I've got two browsers open, OBS running. Probably should have been a little more careful with that, but whatever. Guys, we seriously thank them a ton for sponsoring us. I don't have that much left to reinvest. We were joking on our last show, like, you can only buy the dip for so long, and then you're just out of money. So that's kind of where I'm at here. But if I had to buy, I would look at a 1 month chart, probably buy the biggest drop on the month, which looks to be Litecoin, minus 22%. So sure, let's dump 1,000 into Litecoin and call it a day. Tim, I don't have enough money to let you trade with my money right now, so sorry.
Oh, I feel this is
pissing me off. I know. Thanks a lot for joining us, guys. It's been a huge blast. We love you. I guess I can stop screen sharing now so Tim can see my beautiful picture again.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Beautiful.
We'll be back next week.
High-grade photography.
Same time, same place. The time, I guess, doesn't really matter anymore since we're just recording. We're not streaming live. But we'll shoot to release on Thursday nights, of course. And, guys, we've got 3 other shows coming out on a somewhat regular basis. Tim's cranking out Tim's 2 cents. we've got Unpopular Opinions with Ryan Tofil, and the studio. The studio is getting to be a busy place. I got here any minute now. Somebody's coming over to record. Is it worth it? Is it worth it with Zach and Joe? So they'll be here, and that'll be out in a few days. So yeah, we're a busy place over at you, me, and BTC.com. Don't miss a thing. We've been saying for years that we might rebrand into a more of a podcast network as opposed to a Bitcoin website. So, who knows? It could happen. We love you. Bye.
Bye. Go to Walmart.